Hello, and today we'll be talking about initiatives and strategies for increasing participation. We'll take a look at three different initiatives and ways that participation can be increased. The first initiative we'll be looking at is Sportivate, and this will do a scenario to start off with. So we're going to be looking at John, who's age 13, that lives in Hastings, which has a relatively low social economic background. He doesn't really enjoy team sports, and he loves wakeboarding. And he went once on holiday with family and cannot afford annual holidays, but hasn't been able to afford it at home. Um, Now for John, some of the reasons he may not be able to um, wakeboard as much as he'd like to, maybe because of the financial side to it. So if he's not financially stable in the household, or he's not able to buy all the equipment and get the lessons for it, he will not really have a chance to wakeboard. That would obviously discourage him from pursuing that dream of wakeboarding more often. In Hastings, there's not much provision and opportunities for people to wakeboard that much. So that will kind of, if he's not into anything else, then he probably would find himself not doing any physical activity at all. Also, culturally, the people around him, like his peers and his family, they might not really, because it's not really part of their culture or English culture to go wakeboarding. They may not see it as something that is worth pursuing, or especially from family members, they may not seek because of the expenses and because there's not good. He might be, and he's only 13. He may not stay committed to it. They may not see that commitment or that opportunity for him to actually make it into a profession or whatever it may be. And because he's quite young as well, his parents would have second thoughts about giving him um, like about giving him money and equipment because he's so young. And when you're young, you tend to change. As you get older, he may drop it, and if it's quite expensive equipment, it would require quite a lot of money. So considering these barriers and culture, Sportivate is there to help. Sportivate will help him because it is a program that is set up that came off of the legacy from the Olympics, and it's basically a 6 to 8 week program of an activity. So for John, for example, he may use well, they don't offer wakeboarding as one of their sports, but they do offer something like skateboarding or longboarding, and that can just be another that can be maybe something else he could do instead of wakeboarding, because there's no wakeboarding in Sportivate yet. And Sportivate did start in 2011, and it is now continuing to and it continued to 2015, and it had huge success. So they're gonna still continue it. They mainly focus to work with the semi-sporty and the inactive people. So they work with people who are not really considering sport, or they just have an interest in sport, but they don't really have anywhere to go. And they make it as cheap and low cost or free as possible. So they offer a wide range of sports, and that could be football, basketball, the skateboarding's in there, so that'll be good for John. Longboarding, those kind of activities. Also for people with um, impairments and disabilities as well. And so far, between 2011 and 2015, 400,000 people have completed it. Now, each program will have its benefits and its limitations. So, as we evaluate Sportivate, I'll be telling you the potential benefits and potential limitations. The benefits, especially for John, because he comes from um, a low a low socioeconomic background, he his it would be good for him because it's either free or low cost, so it wouldn't be as expensive as if he were to take lessons privately. It's also quite accessible because there are quite a lot of outlets around, so that means he would have easy access to facilities near him because there are quite a few open around England, or the southeast at least. It's also well designed and planned, so there's been pre-done. So they would obviously plan all these programs and the activities beforehand. So they take a lot of time into planning and running the program, which is really good as well. It would give like the whole program a boost in rating because of its planning. And more money is going to be funded to this program to increase participation even more because of the successes recently have had. But on the flip side, there are potential limitations. Um, because it's only 6 to 8 weeks long, it stops at 8 weeks. And if it does stop at 8 weeks, that means it wouldn't be that sustainable. So after the end of the program, let's say John, for example, finishes and really enjoys it, he may not get a chance to continue it because the program would have ended. And once he becomes um, like really interested in it, it becomes sport. He becomes in that sporty category, which doesn't really fit into the Sportivate program because they're mainly looking at semi-sporty and inactive people. And then also afterwards as well, they don't have a great follow up. So these last two limitations are kind of linked. They don't track after the program ends, so they don't check like a year later if he's still skateboarding and seeing what he would do or whatever. And also when they send surveys out after the program ends, people don't tend not to reply to these emails or reply to the survey, which can be a problem. Moving on to Project 500. This scenario is about Louise, who is a talented footballer. She's completed her CSL and loves coaching others, and her male PE teacher doesn't encourage her to coach the younger male or female school teams, and will give these roles to boys instead. Now we can already see that this PE teacher will have an influence on her personality and her confidence and etc. Um, but for a female, she may have barriers to coaching because of her lack of opportunity. For females, especially in the coaching setting, there's not many role models around her, so there might not be any PE teachers at school. If there's no PE teachers at school, there's no one for her really to look up to in that coaching area, and there's no one to go to for opportunities as well. And as we can see, the PE teacher already chose the boys over her, especially to do the coaching for both the girls and the boys team. So that's prejudice because of her sex alone. It may not be skill related, but because of that prejudice, she may be discouraged. Um, and her confidence, of course, would not be as high as if she had more opportunity to coach and help others out as she likes to do. There's also lack of access to a program for her as well, obviously, because if there's nothing at school for her to do, she may not feel like if there's anywhere she can go to, so she may not pursue her coaching dream. This is where Project 500 comes in, and Project 500 is a program that is set out to encourage females to get more into coaching and have a chance to um, get a certificate and get like just get more recognition for what they do. What they do as well, will they will allow the females to go through the program. They would receive a certificate, and they would also be made local ambassadors, which can just boost their confidence a whole lot more and help them. And this project has received 3 national awards. Also, 560 coaches have came out the program last year, which is a massive um, increase for the female population in coaching. So they all will be certified now. And it's also come from the legacy program of the Olympics. Now, as we did with Sportivate, we'll do with Project 500 and explore the benefits and limitations. And we can see the benefits for this program is that it would improve the quality of coaching for females, especially. This means that they would have more of a understanding, better, like they would be more developed as coaches, know exactly how to coach and actually get a feel for the coaching part before. Um, it will also just give them that opportunity as well they may not have had before. There's not many programs out there that is just solely made for females. Um, and it would mean that there'll be more up in the quality as well, more certified female coaches. Also, just even the small things like confidence boost for females as well. It empowers them and it makes them it makes them feel better as a person and more confident to apply for jobs and stuff like that. But the limitations of it is that it's not very accessible for everyone. There are not that many outlets in the UK at the moment, and that may make it hard for travel wise. And you don't know if like some people may not be able to make it far out. Um, it also doesn't cater for all types of females. So what I mean by that is that it will cater mainly for extroverted people. The program requires quite a lot of like to be a coach, being extroverted, and those that are introverted or already have lost all of that confidence because they never had the opportunity to, they may not want to pursue it. And also cultural barriers as well. Like it's not they may if it's the same thing if they're not encouraged to go like by the people around them and they know they might get bashed for it or not bullied but like get looked down upon. They may not want to apply for the program because they know it's hard to be a female official or coach. And I think as well that 500 they've put a limit on it. I think it shouldn't be Project 500. I think it should be, I don't know, Project something else because 500 is limiting them as a number. But if they were to aim for higher, maybe more people would get recruited. The third and final initiative we'll look at is the school sports games. And this time we're going to use Sarah as an example, and she has a mobility impairment. She does not participate with her class in PE lessons as much as she'd like to. She's also determined and competitive by nature, but is unable to compete in the school's netball team. So we can already see there that she will have lack of opportunity for her impairment because we can see that she doesn't get to do everything or participate as much as she wants. And she doesn't get to compete in the netball team, and she's obviously interested in netball. This may cause her to be bullied at school and left out of activities. She may feel bad. This will hurt her confidence. Her self-esteem may be low because of this. And if she isn't allowed on her netball team, that again also ruins her self-esteem and her confidence. So the school sports games, that's a number of events that are put together by a company called The Lock, which are government funded, and they have a program that's set up that is 4 levels of competition. So the initiative has level 1, level 2, level 3, level 4. Stage 1 is in the school, so everyone gets to participate and have a go at team games and individual games. So that's just in the school. For example, you may have 4 houses in the school, and all those houses will compete against each other on different teams. And the people who shine the best or perform the best would get to go to the inter-school competition, which is where schools will compete against each other in their local area, so only in their local area. And then the stage 3 is county level, so the whole of Sussex, like East Sussex, West Sussex, and Brighton and Hove would combine with each other, and they would have their games for the best of the best. And level 4 is elite, so then that's the whole country that they compete against. So that's how they set that up. They had 8,000 people in total participating last year, and 1,000 made it into the stage 3 and 4. This would help Sarah because she'd actually have a chance to compete with others during school, and she wouldn't feel so left out. Now, some potential benefits of this may be that it gets everyone involved, it's well organized, and schools so all schools can compete against each other. It just gives everyone a chance to compete, and it also combines schools from East Sussex, West Sussex, and Brighton and Hove. So that gives all of them a chance to go against each other, and they may not get the opportunity. It's just a nice day out for kids as well. They get to go up to Crawley this year, which is quite good, and it increases the participation because they have something to work towards. and in the next video I'll do potential limitations.